Welcome back to the Central Valley Business Show. I'm your host, Lauren Baker, filling in for Shelly Armstrong. And we have a real treat for you guests that are still tuning in. We have Steve Ono, who is a local guitarist, instructor, and wedding player.
That's right.
Welcome,
That's right.
Steve.
Yeah, the first one I played at was back in 1970 at Fish Camp.
Sounds
Typical
so cool.
hippie wedding out in the meadow, you know.
I love it.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. And of course I know a lot of tunes of that era, classic rock era, but being a reading musician and also a good ear player, I can pretty much pick up any tune necessary, and it's a lot of fun to play for weddings. I've even done some classical music for a variety of people, and along with jazz tunes and whatever they want, really.
Cool. When you play weddings, is it just you, or do you bring any friends with you to play along
It
with?
depends on what they're looking for. I've worked with Patrick Contreras, the violinist, on several
cool.
weddings, and you know, a lot depends on what they're interested in doing. I've done stuff ranging from just instrumental music before and after the wedding, and then the wedding march and that kind of thing, to special songs, to several special songs, and that took a lot of work. And then also have done stuff where I've actually just made up things on the spot, where I just made up the music as it progressed. That was kind of interesting too.
Like, that moved in me, oh my gosh.
Oh, well, the problem is when they ask me what that was, I go, I don't know. I just played it.
I love it. Has anyone ever asked you to do custom songs for them before?
Yes, I've actually done that.
That's
and,
awesome.
And so we sit down and talk about, well, what do you want the song to sing, and what style is it, and then I create a tune for them. And,
That's so cool.
Yeah, it works out well.
How much do you charge for things like that?
That's a little on the expensive side, probably about $300 or $400 for a custom composition.
It's worth it.
And then, but it's usually, 3-4 verses and choruses, and try to make it nice and sing-alongable, and work with the bride and groom and whoever's involved in that on the lyric to make sure it fits what they want.
That's so fun. I love that. Now, I know that you also teach music as well.
That's correct, yes.
And where do you teach at?
Yeah, I teach at the California Arts Academy, Blackstone near Shaw, which is really the oldest entertainment education private company here in town,
Yeah.
dating back to the mid-1920s. And I teach at the original site of the original Severance Dance School, also for them, for the California Arts Academy, on Wednesdays at the Severance Building here in the Tower District.
That's so awesome.
Kind of around the corner from us right now.
What made you want to play weddings?
At the time that I had friends getting married. As a young person, that definitely happens. All of a sudden all your friends start getting married, and that's exactly what went on. And then from there I got into playing a whole variety of different weddings, and not only around here, but also in the Los Angeles area in the 70s and 80s, and I really have lost count of how many I've played over the years. It's been 3 or 4 decades of weddings, at least once or twice a year.
That's funny. What's your favorite part of doing the weddings since you've been doing it for so long at this point? What keeps you doing it?
I really like I got to admit, I'm a romantic at heart, and I love the great love songs. To me, those are some of the greatest things to sing, and always enjoy having a chance to sing one of those. And I also have always enjoyed the kind of variety of stuff that can occur at a wedding, depending on, I should say both planned and unplanned. This can be quite entertaining sometimes, and so I've always enjoyed the scene going on.
That's absolutely true. How would you describe generally your style as a musician?
That's one of the biggest issues I've got locally, got as a musician, is that it's difficult to describe my style because I play lots of different styles of music. So one moment it can sound very traditional country, another moment it can sound like bebop jazz. My essential background as a player is folk music, such as Simon and Garfunkel, Bob Dylan, all that kind of stuff. And then, but I've also studied composition and studio guitar work and that kind of thing in LA, so I play a variety of traditional jazz ranging from stuff from the 1920s all the way up to the 1980s, and you know, pop rock and country and Stevie Wonder tunes and, you know, all kinds of different things. So, you know, what style do I play? Well, pretty much everything.
That's good, though, because it makes you more versatile. Because it would be worse if you were like a rigid one like genre player and you're like, I don't want country music at my wedding. Like, well, then I'm not playing it.
That's right. That's right. And
like a musical chameleon.
So I can do that. I can play country music one moment and jazz the next.
That's great. Well, what's your favorite kind of music to play?
You know,
it's a better question.
My favorite kind of music, frankly, is basically is jazz music, especially the dark minor ballads. You know, and this is probably not what you want at your wedding, frankly.
I'm sure there's some eccentrics in the Fresno area.
You
that
just
got
to look up a song called "You Don't Know What Love Is" by George Benson, and you'll know that this is probably not for a wedding, but that is my favorite kind of thing.
Plus, it's foreshadowing.
Yes, kind of dark, minor, tragic things. You know.
I love it. We're going to cut to commercial for a moment. When we get back, Steve's going to play us a couple of treats, and I can't wait to hear that. So stay with us, and we'll be right back after this message.
Hey, 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 Steve Ono here. Yes, if you want to get a hold of me, you can find me on Facebook pretty easily. Or just type my name in someplace, and it'll probably show up with something that I'm connected with. This is one of my favorite old love songs from my youth, I suppose. If a picture paints 1,000 words, then why can't I paint you? The words will never show the you I've come to know. If a face could launch 1,000 ships, then where am I to go? There's no one home but you. You're all that's left me to. And when my love for life is running dry, come and pour yourself on me. If a man could be two places at one time, I'd be with you tomorrow and today, beside you all the way. And if the world should stop revolving, spinning slowly down to die, I'd spend the end with you. And when the world was through, then one by one the stars would all go out. Then you and I would sing David Gates and bread.
Welcome back to the Central Valley Wedding Show. This is Steve Ono. I hope you enjoyed that so far. Just wanted to come back and say thank you for tuning into the show today, and we hope you'll be back the same time, same day next week, Monday at 2 o'clock, right here on Central Valley Talk. And without further ado, Steve Ono, ladies and gents.
Hey folks, I've actually gotten this requested at weddings. I think it's a great way to end a wedding. Think of it as a great prayer for you, okay? When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine, a birthday greeting, bottle of wine? If I've been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? You'll be older too. And if you say the word, I could stay with you. I could be handy in many views when your lights have gone.